Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be installing the P8 on-dash navigator. This allows us to run CarPlay, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto wirelessly and wired on any car, whether it's an old car without Bluetooth, no screen, or even if you have one with a screen, this will work. And it's really a good solution if you want to get something that's cheap and easy to install. Really, it's just plug in some wires and find a good place to mount your screen on the dash or on the windshield. I'm going to open the box up. So we've got some instruction manuals here. So this is what the screen looks like. It's a 7-inch screen. Love the finish of the screen. It's not too reflective or bright. It's got like a matte look to it. It is a touchscreen too, and it repels fingerprints pretty well. This right here is the mount, the suction mount. It has knobs that allow you to make adjustments to it as needed, and you can get pretty creative on where you're going to put this. I'm thinking of probably putting it above my current screen to have that dual screen setup. So I'm probably gonna have to put this on the window, on the windshield. This is our power cable, and what's nice about this is you get USB 3.0 2 slots, so you can charge your phone or connect to CarPlay wired. Here's more accessories that come with it. Looks like we've got an aux cable here, a bigger suction cup. This is the other part of the mount that goes and connects to the back of our screen right over here. ATOTO was nice enough to include a wireless button to push the speaker, or sorry, the microphone for Siri, and you've got volume up down adjustments. You can also turn the ring for up and down volume adjustments and skip tracks on the side. So this one looks like you can connect it to a steering wheel through this little wrist strap here. You've also got a sticky 3M double-sided tape that you can get creative and put this somewhere where you'll be able to have easy access, hands-free. And there's your aux cable right over here. ATOTO also sent me a backup camera, rear view backup camera. I already have one on my Civic, but I can at least show you what is in the box and how you would install it on a car that doesn't have a backup camera from the factory already. So we have the wires here. We've also got our diagram and instructions. In the box, they include some sticky tape and another harness here that you can adjust the angle to, and some self-tapping screws. Or you can also install it to your license plate frame and adjust the angle of the camera. This is an HD camera, 720p, so it'll look really clear, not blurry. I like that they have all of the cables listed. This pink one says it will go to the backup light or backup lamp, which is the reverse lights. If you can find your reverse light power, this pink wire splices to it, and then this black wire goes to a ground source, like a chassis ground. This one will connect to the cameras itself, red to red, yellow to yellow. The other end of the wire bundle has a red wire for 12 volts power, so this one goes to your accessory, or you can splice it to any source that has power from the accessory. The pink wire will go to the section on the head unit itself, so that it can signal to the head unit that the car is going in reverse. This one will go inside the head unit's RC port, I believe, or video in. So you'll just have to find creative ways to hide the wiring, tuck them in to trim pieces, this and that. Overall, this is a pretty straightforward install for the backup camera, and there's plenty of videos online on how to install this. This video is mostly going to focus on how to install the head unit itself, and I'll show you the features that it has. Okay, so the nice thing about this machine is it's very easy to set up. As you can see, temporarily I have it mounted onto the windshield with the suction cup right there, but I'm gonna keep on looking for a better place for it over time. You can really put it anywhere, even on the dash here, using 3M sticky tape. You can put it below the screen, you can put it closer to the driver's side. Let's go ahead and start setting up the power cable. So this is the power cable here, connects to the cigarette lighter. So right in the back is where this one connects to. Take your time to hide cables as needed. Okay, now that we've got the unit plugged in, let's go ahead and time to turn on the ignition. So you can see the boot up screen right there, and already that's the user interface that we are seeing. So this stock interface is touchscreen based. You can adjust the volume here, the brightness, audio output. You can customize your home screen widgets. You even have a music player right there. Phone icon is here if you want to connect your phone to this. You can connect via Bluetooth. CarPlay is right over here. It's grayed out right now. So what we'll do is I'll go ahead and hook up my phone, and then we'll show you guys what the CarPlay looks like. Alright, to set up CarPlay, you just go to your CarPlay menu in the settings, look up CarPlay, and then it'll show right here ATOTO. I'm going to click that and then follow the prompts. So now it's saying pairing request via Bluetooth. Alright, so we are now in, and as you can see right here, CarPlay is working. It is showing real-time traffic data on the Apple Maps, and you can also control your music here. We're going to go ahead and set up the audio. So we don't have an aux port on this Honda Civic because it uses Bluetooth. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and press audio output, and we're going to use FM transmitter. So if you want to do aux, you just click on aux, and then you can hook up the aux cable to the power, but we're going to go with FM transmitter. And then we're going to go with, let's try maybe broadcasting from 81.1, and then press the check mark. So 81.1 is the broadcast. Now we're going to come down to our radio over here on the bottom, and we're going to go to the radio. And I'm going to go ahead and find 81.1. Testing out the music now. Let's see how it sounds. Alright, so the music works, and it is going through FM transmission, which means it's going to be a little less quality than aux. But it's not too bad. It sounds pretty good. So on my steering wheel down here, I installed the steering wheel controls. You can put this anywhere you want. There's a 3M tape that you can supply to the back and put it here or anywhere. This is wireless, and it is uses a battery. We're going to be adjusting the volume with this knob here without having to touch the screen. We've also got skip and reverse. So if I click this, hey Siri, what's the weather tomorrow?
Should be sunny tomorrow. Daytime temperatures will hover around 81 degrees. Overnight lows around 55 degrees.
So that's pretty dang cool that you have those features. I'm gonna try and test out the texting function for Apple CarPlay. Send a message to Sal Perino.
What do you want to say?
How is your day?
Your message to Saul says, how was your day? Send it?
Yes. Yes.
Done.
Oh wow. So the built-in speaker that comes with the device works really well. I'm sitting pretty far away from it and it's still working. So you don't necessarily need to buy the external mic, but if you do have one, I think it'll perform better, especially when you're traveling at higher speeds. The beauty of having this device running my CarPlay, you know, have it running navigation, and then on this screen down here below, you can use it to watch movies or YouTube or do other things besides having to leave navigation on this one. So having a dual screen setup is useful in terms of being able to multitask better. So as you can see, we have video playing on the main screen and we have our Google Maps on the top screen here. And going on long road trips, it's good to have that ability for your passengers to be able to watch while you can focus on driving and not getting lost. This screen that we have here is our joying screen, and this is specifically made for our car. I have a video on this install along with a review on this device as well. Coming back to the ATOTO screen, if you want to go to home, you're just going to press this button here and then press ATOTO home. That takes you back. So the main reason you would get something like this is to be able to use Apple CarPlay on a car, especially an older car that does not have the ability to use Apple CarPlay. This will allow you to be able to use it with Apple CarPlay, with Android Auto, anything you need. This is really useful to have because being able to play music, talk to Siri, or use the navigation is very important to us, especially when we're on long road trips. Really having something like this is very helpful. It also is useful even if you have a double screen because it allows you to multitask and play video on one screen as well as navigation on the other. Overall, this is a great product at a good price point. The touchscreen is very responsive and the sound quality is good. It gives you a lot of features and you can add more as well with the accessories that they sell, including a rear backup camera, a front facing camera, DVR, and a microphone setup as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're interested in this product, I have a link in the description along with a discount code to be able to get one for yourself. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Otherwise, I appreciate you guys for watching till the end. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Have a good evening.